Hi again. It's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video. Just thought I'd let everybody know what's going on. I'm still working with AAA. It's a funny story. I just want to let you guys know about this kind of the stress levels I've been dealing with lately. I think it was about 4 weeks ago that I was told that the company that I work for that we were changing our insurance. And I've had transgender coverage on my insurance for just about 2 years, and I was really afraid that I was going to lose it. So unless I got transferred to a different division in the company, which is going to be a different company altogether, I would lose all my insurance. So as we know that I've been going through this, and that insurance is really kind of important to me, especially since it pays for the surgery. So to make a long story short, I was totally freaking out. I had asked for a transfer. It was denied, said I had a write-up on my record, which wasn't my fault, but I accepted it. So at that point, I was just kind of really discouraged, and I thought, great, I'm going to lose all this coverage. I'm going to have to pay for the surgery all by myself. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really felt like giving up. Not that I could give up, but you know what I mean. I think everybody goes through it. So I called the company diversity office in California, and I talked to them, and their response was, you should really push hard to get transferred. Well, I didn't have the heart to tell them that that wasn't going to happen, so I said, okay, thank you. I was resigned that it was over. I was going to have to come up with new ways to fund this surgery. I was depressed. Luckily for me, I had therapy the next night. So my wife, bless her heart, the rock, the one that stands beside me and helps me through all this, she's been to every single therapy session I've ever had. I refuse to do them alone. I know a lot of people said, well, how can you talk, or how can you, really talk about things when somebody's with you? It's easy. I don't hide anything. I've asked her to do this journey with me. I think she's entitled to be, every step of the way along with it. This is, this transition is as much hers as it is mine, especially if we're going to stay married. And hopefully that's what's going to happen. But anyway, we went to that doctor's office, and we met with the other doctor today, the second doctor I'm going to need. And it was funny because they were like, you seem stressed. And I'm like, well, I've got some news to tell you. I'm going to lose my insurance, so I don't know how I'm going to fund the therapy, the hormones, the things like this. And she asked me, she says, well, how long have you been going to therapy? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I said, I've been full-time since September 2009. I don't keep track of this stuff. I just pay cash. I'm not really good at this. So, come to find out, I have enough therapy, so they wrote my letter. So I got my letter. Insurance doesn't expire till February, so I'm thinking, okay, so if I can get the surgery done before February, I should, I'll be good. But then I could lose the insurance. It won't matter because then it won't really be considered transgender issues. It'll be regular care. So I was really feeling good. I was relaxed. Finally, the stress was off. I go to work the next day. Come to find out, they decided to transfer me, so I won't be losing my insurance after all. I have never once said that I have it hard or that I have it worse than anybody else. I know I'm extremely lucky. I know people that this transition has been really hard for them, economically, financially, emotionally, relationship-wise. I've been very fortunate. I have a wife that stood beside me. My kids have always been accepting of it. The ex-wife doesn't like it, but she's an ex, so I don't care. Some of my family is okay with it, but I really have no conversation with any of my family members anyway. That's an issue I have to work on anyway. Therapy knows that. Financially, we struggle, but who doesn't anymore? We're paying too much for a house with no heat and no air. Our furniture is trashed. Welcome to teenage kids. They destroy everything. But, we survive, and we keep going, and we struggle. I don't get to, I don't get to move in the transition as much as I'd like to, but we move at the pace we can. So please don't think that I'm, saying that I'm better or I'm worse or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm fortunate. I've been lucky all the way along, and I never take it for granted. Sometimes I kind of come off as a little brash and in your face, and I do apologize for that. It's just the way I was raised. It's like my voice. I have no interest in changing my voice. It's just part of who I am. I have started on the phones. This is what I spend most of my day at work on the phones, and I tell people. I used to just say my name was Chris because it's my it's my legal name. A few weeks ago, I just decided to say screw it, and I started saying Rayna. So I've had to tell a lot of people that I don't even know in real life that I talk to over a phone. I'm in Oklahoma City, they're in Indianapolis, and I dispatch AAA trucks. So I get a chance to explain transgender to a lot of people now. And bless their heart, they're nice. They don't get it. They still have trouble. They still call me sir now and then, and nothing irritates me more than calling me sir. I let it slide if it's on the phone because they don't know me, they've never seen me. But when they do, they're really respectful and continuous. Then after that, it's always Ray or it's ma'am. What I do have a problem with is the people that I work with calling me sir. I've been full-time for 2 years, and I think that after 2 years, if they're still refusing to call me ma'am or Rayna and still call me sir, then I'm taking that as a sign of disrespect. And I have started standing up to these people about that. I know it's not accepted at this company. We are very strict about diversity and inclusion. We take that as the law. So I know what's expected of employees, and I'm now really pushing them to stop. It kind of frustrates me. And my therapist was asking, why does it bother me so much when people call me sir? And I mean, honestly, I think I'm so sick of that guy. I've wanted to do away with that guy since I was a kid, and I don't feel at all, in any way, shape, or form, do I feel like I'm a guy, or do I have anything guy in me. I was finally at peace, and I really feel like I'm 100% female. I mean, aside from the little appendage that could be chopped off in an accident, and I would probably celebrate. I don't feel like a guy, and I don't think like a guy anymore. It's the funniest thing. I used to be, all into football and stuff, and now I'm like, it's on, okay, whatever. Let's watch a foreign film. It's just the funniest thing. But I think it just bothers me because when people keep calling me guy, it keeps reminding me of what I'm trying to get away from. I'm trying to put that in the past, and I'm trying to do away with it because it's never been me. And if people still see that, then I feel like I've not done a good enough job, and being myself or showing myself to people. So I think what makes me so mad is when people say sir, I look at it as I failed, and I don't want to fail. I'm tired of failing. Again, with this new position at work starts in January. It's doing something I've never done before. Honestly, I'd rather go back to managing a fast food restaurant. I'd rather go back to driving a tow truck. I don't like sales. I don't like working inside an office building. But the job is a job, and I understand that the unemployment rate for TS people is extremely high. And I don't take that for granted. I'm lucky to have a job, especially in Oklahoma City. This is not the bastion of diversity, that it claims to be. Especially the transgender community in Oklahoma City. We're not wanted. We're pushed to the side. Even by the LGBT community. Transgender is just an accident or someone that, they really don't care too much about. And they can argue with me all they want. I fought with one of the city councilors because he said that he was going to put gender identity in a discrimination bill that he brought before the city. He tried to make a point that it was going to be included, and then when it came to pass, it was gone. So we're a liability to the LGBT community, and so be it. We survived. We've survived for the entire human history, and we'll continue to survive. We'll survive with our heads held high. We're not going to change for anybody. We're changing for ourselves because it's what we are. And I'm ranting. That's not important. I don't know what else to talk about. I just thought it was cute that I finally got my letter. I'm really stoked about that. I really would like to talk about, some of the some of the stuff that the changes it's going through, like, sex drive and libido and things like that. Maybe next time, I'll talk about more about the changes with me. I have to go take a testosterone test. I've been on Provera a few weeks. I used to be on spironolactone, and I used to be on spironolactone, and the doctor took me off of it. He thought he'd put me on Provera because he didn't want to, and he forgot, and then 6 months later he put me back on. So I'm a little bit behind as far as the medication, but it is what it is. So I'm excited. I can tell a lot of positive benefits from the Provera, aside from the fact that I can't really sleep at night anymore. My sex drive is almost gone. It doesn't work that much anymore. He did say chemical castration. It's a lot of work to if I want to do that. Man, I'm really lucky to have a wife that puts up with this. I mean, I will never forget the struggles and the sacrifices that she's made. I am very, very, very lucky, and very, very blessed to have someone who stands beside me through this. So I don't know what else to say. I'm not good at these videos. I don't know what to talk about. So if you guys have any ideas or something you'd like to hear from me, or my views on something, you want to talk about my love of socialism, bring it. Just ask, please. Other than that, I'm really happy to get to know everybody. I'm glad I got a chance to share myself with a few. Thank you so much, and hey, hugs and kisses. Bye.